Well, I think we already covered at quite some length and elaborately the distinctions of the different levels of devotional service. That in the beginning, a devotee has to execute devotional service according to regulative principles. Then, once they are cleared of all their anarthas, they can execute spontaneous devotional service because their heart is clean. And this spontaneous devotional service culminates in prema, or pure love of Godhead. Now, there are all different kinds of pure devotees in 5 different flavors. Neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parenthood, and conjugal love. And these are in the order of more and more pleasing to Krishna. Neutrality is not very much pleasing to Krishna. But conjugal love is the most pleasing type of service to Krishna. So out of all the pure devotees who are in the stage of prema, which means all the inhabitants of the spiritual world, those who are in conjugal love are the most pleasing to Krishna. And of all the devotees who are in this mood of conjugal love, the gopis are the best, because the gopis, they give up everything for their service to Krishna. Even religious principles. They give up everything. So the gopis, of all the conjugal lovers of Krishna, are the best. And of all the gopis, the best is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is the personification of Krishna's Hladini Shakti. When we say that Krishna is Satchit Ananda, Sat represents his existence potency. Chit represents his knowledge potency or consciousness. And Ananda represents his pleasure potency. And so the name of this Ananda, the pleasure potency, is Hladini. Hladini means pleasing. Hlad. Hladini Shakti. So the Hladini Shakti personified is Srimati Radharani. And she is like Krishna. She even resembles Krishna in many ways, except she's female. And instead of being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, she is the supreme power of the Personality of Godhead. So, those who worship Srimati Radharani, they form a group called a yuta. And the yuta of Srimati Radharani is known as the left-wing gopis. So the left-wing gopis, they all congregate at a certain place in Vrindavan, and this place is Rādhā-kuṇḍa. Rādhā-kuṇḍa is therefore the site of many, many confidential pastimes of conjugal love between Radha and Krishna, and involving all of the most intimate devotees of the Lord. So this place is most sacred. And in Gokula, in Krishna's pastimes in this material world, Rādhā-kuṇḍa is at the foot of Govardhan Hill in Vrindavan. And you can go there, you can visit. There are many temples. Actually, every house there is a temple. Every place you go, it's an āśram. And there are many, many sannyasis and babajis and many devotees of all kinds, and they're all very much engaged in the worship of Rādhā-kuṇḍa, and especially Radharani. And wherever you go in Vrindavan, when people see each other on the road, they don't say hi or good morning, they say Jai Radhe. So you hear this everywhere you go in Vrindavan. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. It's really nice. Vrindavan is really Radha's place. Even though Krishna might live there, but he lives under the control of Radharani. Radharani is so influential with Krishna because she is Krishna's pleasure potency. So she is known as the Vrindavaneshwari, the controller, the queen of Vrindavan. So all the devotees of Radharani, they're all in this similar mood. That, Krishna, well, Krishna is very nice. And, we all worship Krishna. But Radha is super excellent. This is the mood. And that if Krishna misbehaves, then we can chastise him. So he has to be respectful and kind to Radha. He can't do anything that's displeasing to Radha, or he's in trouble. You see, these are the sweet pastimes between Krishna and his intimate devotees. Just like Mother Yashoda can chastise Krishna. The Damodar pastime, where she ties Krishna to the grinding mortar, is a good example. And if Krishna misbehaves, Mother Yashoda can spank him. See? And he's really afraid of Mother Yashoda. So this is mood. It's called mugdha. Mugdha means that Krishna, when he's around his intimate devotees, he forgets that he's God. He forgets that he's the supreme controller. And he really feels like, oh, Mother Yashoda is my mother, and she's going to discipline me if I'm bad. Similarly, when he's with Radha, he really feels like, oh, Radha is 10 million times more blissful than I am. And he becomes curious. He wants to know, how is it possible that Radharani can be so blissful and so ecstatic? She has this certain kind of ecstasy called Mahabhava. Mahabhava is visible only in Srimati Radharani and her direct associates or direct expansions. 12 principal gopis, or her direct expansions. So this Mahabhava mood is so ecstatic and so wonderful that Krishna himself wonders, how is it possible? I want to experience this. So he appears as Lord Chaitanya. He expands himself. Or no, he's not expansion. An original form of Krishna is Lord Chaitanya. And he appears in this form, in the Kali Yuga, to taste this Mahabhava mood of conjugal love, devotional service in the mood and style of Srimati Radharani. So this is why the teachings of Lord Chaitanya are so high. And this is why the mood of Lord Chaitanya is so confidential. Almost nobody understands it. Various devotees around India, they have all kinds of rationalizations and wrong understandings of who Lord Chaitanya is. To get the real story, you have to read Caitanya-caritāmṛta. And in there you will find that Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in the mood of Radha. It says, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahayanya. He is Radha and Krishna combined. He is Krishna on the inside, but Radha on the outside. That's why he has the golden color. That's the color of Radharani. So, can you fix that fire, please? So we follow Lord Chaitanya, not that we try to imitate Lord Chaitanya, but we follow his instructions. Because he is showing us how to please Krishna the most. He's showing us how to approach Krishna and serve him in the mood of Srimati Radharani, in the style and with the emotions of Srimati Radharani. This is very rare, very special. Yeah, that's better. Trying to stay warm here. It's like freezing. We want to approach Krishna in this same mood, because this is what pleases Krishna the most. You see? There's something which is called Prema Vilas. No, not Prema Vilas. What's that name of that book by Jagadananda? Prem Vivarta. Yeah. Prem Vivarta. Vivarta means the opposite. You see? There's a kind of love which is called counter love, which appears to be the opposite of love, because it's very crooked and there's all kinds of bickering and competition and intrigue, and it's